Hi, I'm Tiffany Young for IdeateTV, and I'm here with music composer Siddhartha Khosla.
Hi, Tiffany.
Hi. He's worked on such works that you might be familiar with as This Is Us and Grandfathered. Can you tell us how you got started?
Well, I was in a band for many years called Goldspot, and made records and toured and had albums released. And a friend of mine named Dan Fogelman, who wrote Cars and Crazy Stupid Love, and started writing some TV shows. He called me and he said, "Hey, I want you to be my composer for the second season of this show called The Neighbors on ABC." And I said okay ultimately, and I did it, and I kind of learned through that route, and I've been doing it ever since.
Okay. Just curious, what instrument did you play in the band?
I sing, so singing is my first instrument. I sang as a young boy. I grew up singing old Indian music that my parents brought with them from India to the U.S. when they came here, and in my band I played guitar and keyboards and piano and a little bit of bass and drums and.
So you could do all of them.
Yeah, I can play a lot of it. Not all really that well, but enough to kind of do what I do now. Yeah.
Interesting. And I just want to ask you this question as a composer. I'm just curious because I know like playing music is one thing, but then composing it, like, where do you how do you get these ideas for like music, like these tunes and what sounds good to you? How does it go from your mind to?
It's a good question. I don't quite know. I think as a songwriter in my band, I always let kind of life experiences inspire me to do what I do. If in my band I would write based on kind of my own life's experiences, and ideas and melodies would come into my head. As a kid, I remember always singing and hearing a melody and just humming it or singing it. And so I'm a big believer in strong melody, first and foremost, something that's memorable and that you can hear, and it's a little hook that kind of is an earworm, and so when I'm working on these shows or movies, I read the script and I have a feeling just based on the dialogue that's in there, and also knowing the person who wrote it, and understanding who they are as people and why they chose to write this, and so I have kind of like a window into their soul in a way that helps me imagine what the music should feel like, if that makes any sense.
It totally does. And I'm just curious because you worked, you were in a band and then you work in film and TV, and they're different. What are the upsides to each of them? Like, what's your favorite part about it?
My favorite part about working in film and television is there's a beautiful collaboration that happens with people involved in all different facets of making the show. So not just the music. So there's somebody that writes the episode, and then somebody that created the characters, and somebody that is directing the episode and then editing the episode. So it's very collaborative, and I think that collaboration is really beautiful because ultimately you're all artists working on the same project to create a finished product, which is really cool to me. When you're in your own band, with my band, I was writing songs and kind of the guy who's it was my own personal vision based on my own life's experiences. So it was very kind of, I guess, self-centered in a way. It was about me. It was about my life, and that was nice because there was something. There was cathartic for me to get stuff out. But I enjoy what I'm doing now as much. It's just different, you're helping someone else realize their vision, and you're helping somebody else kind of see their own catharsis come to life, through their art, and I think that's special too.
Well, thank you so much.
Sure, absolutely.
Tiffany Young for IdeateTV.